today. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I know y'all on here. Beach of Life, there you are. I know Jacob Tanjay. He said, checking in, brother Cal and crew. Thank y'all, man, really. Y'all may need y'all wrenches today. What's up, Roger Walker? Thank you, brother, for your support. All my members. Shout out to y'all. Harry Shoulders is on here today. What times it travels? All my old heads, Michael Jeffrey. What's up, Dylan? Any new viewers and subscribers watching today? I know we've got a lot of new viewers and subscribers. I hope y'all enjoyed that video last night. I got one more I'm going to do in that little series, and I'll be done with that. It stay in rotation, so you can always take a look. Ask me any questions if you want about me. What's up, Moments with Mitch? Anybody catching this on replay, thank y'all. I really appreciate your time. The peso is 58.04. Yeah, it's going up there now, guys. I'm getting excited. You know, it's party time now over here in the Philippines. And if you're over here now, you better be cashing in some of them chips. Take advantage of this. I mean, it's the highest it's been in a long time. Really, it is. What's up, Sam? McCall, Matt Bassett, I see y'all. You know, the latest on the Elliot Eastman. You know, first of all, that body hasn't been confirmed to be his, guys, or to be any white man, okay? They're not picking on white people over here, no matter what they tell you. Your skin turns white in the water. This is a high-profile case. Probably the biggest news right now going in the Philippines besides Typhoon Christine. So if that was his body, they would have already identified that already. Trust me. Okay? They're not bumbling idiots over here. They really have a pretty good police force over here, especially when it comes to solving crimes. Crime is down 8.5% from January to October. But the presidential peace advisor, Carlito Galvez Jr., he said the Eastman's case showed no indication of kidnapping for ransom. He's saying we don't know if it was due to a family feud or personal grudge. Now, this was just a few hours ago, 9 hours ago, when they released this. And, of course, y'all know about the 50,000 peso reward for anybody who can help locate the boat, and then another 100,000 for anybody who can assist in finding Eastman. I want to show y'all something, you know, based on what I was telling y'all, that he doesn't live far from where I used to live in Zamboanga. Can y'all see that? You're going to see some, let me hold it up like this. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, there's Sabuco right here. And Zamboanga's there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you see how close they are? According to Google Maps, they're 66 kilometers, about 41 miles. I told you it was close. I'm closer to Baziland, which was the headquarters of the bad guys. I'm a 45-minute ferry ride away from Baziland. That's why in 2013, when they had the siege, they came, you know, and fought the government forces, man. A lot of people died, a lot of homes destroyed. They damaged that area in Zamboanga down by Paseo del Mar, and also that cathedral down there. It's an old cathedral. I believe it's 1800s it was built, not 17. The Spanish was still in control when that church was built. Put it like that. But yeah, he's close. He's close, man. But I was only a 45-minute away. I was in more danger than him. See, if you watch my video last night, I said, well, you know, I'm thinking maybe it's hey booby, it was he was beefing with somebody because he really was. I mean, they say all that area, okay, booby, all that area, it's the red zone. But I was in more of a danger than him. I just hope they find him. So I'm going to ask y'all's patience because, as you can see, everybody's going to make videos about this over and over and over, trying to beat everybody to the story. I'm not going to do any more until they find him or whatever. If I think it's a big enough update, to talk about it. But a lot of people, this is their content. They can't come up with content. And that's okay. You can't tell people what to talk about. But that was just the update. They don't think it's a kidnapping for ransom. Matter of fact, when I was watching the news last night, they said they don't even believe the Abu Sayyaf is even involved. The governor of Baziland says we've eradicated the Abu Sayyaf in Baziland, in his province. So, and I believe him. I gotta believe him. What's up, Harry Shoulders? The other big news over here is Typhoon Christine. It made landfall last night in Isabel up in Luzon. If you're traveling here now, man, check your flights, check your ferries. They may be delayed, they may be canceled. A lot of people have been killed. A lot of people displaced, roads closed, flooding. That's more of what you really should be worried about rather than getting kidnapped. Your odds of being caught in one of these typhoons or some of this bad weather or natural disaster is a lot greater than you getting kidnapped. Beach of Light said the typhoon is passing by now. Clear skies coming soon. I hope so because it's been bad here, man. I can show you outside my house. That fence, that aluminum fence or whatever it is, it's gone. It's on the ground. The last time that happened was it's Typhoon Odette. Frank Ellis says there a ransom note. No, I just said it, Frank. You may just be joining us. But the presidential peace advisor said that it shows no indication of a kidnapping for ransom. There's no ransom note. No one's taking responsibility. They're thinking maybe it was a family feud or personal grudge. Remember early on in the investigation, they said they're looking at the ex of that woman. He still wants her back. An indigenous man, me, original guy in that area. And the police on the news last night said that they identified one of the guys he was saw working on a boat earlier that day, right there in the general vicinity. They know a lot more than me. I'm just going by what the credible authorities are saying. I'm not going by these vloggers, man. They're doing it, they're doing their thing, man. I think it was irresponsible to put that video out there claiming it was a white Caucasian man. It wasn't a white Caucasian man. That would have been all on the news by now. I'm just saying it would have. But everybody wants the story. Everybody wants the scoop. I say we calm down and let the government authorities and the officials do their job. They're going to do it, man. They're a lot better over here at solving crimes than what they are in Louisville, Kentucky. 35% of the murders are being solved in my hometown. But we're jumping to conclusions. White men are under attack over here and all that bullshit, man. Come on, guys. Let's calm down with that. It says it's been raining here. Sam McCall says it's been raining here nonstop for 2 days here in Cavite with very little winds. The winds here in St. Carl City is what's doing it. Rain and wind. If you look on my video last night, you can hear that tree beating on the roof. What's up, I love LaChon? Iberville Parish says the longer he's missing is not good. Yeah, I know. He said, true, it will get solved. You know, this is a high PR case. Someone would be guilty. Yeah, see, I'm going to tell you something that's different about Filipinos and people in my community. If they see something, they're going to tell. In my community, people aren't going to tell. You know, fear of reprisal, or they don't want to be known as a snitch or whatever it is. But that's why people get caught over here. They're going to tell on you. There's a lot of dry snitching going on over here. Okay, if you stay in a condominium, take a woman up there to your condo other than the woman that they used to seeing you with. They're going to tell on you. Period in the story. Hey, Rose, she said, sending positive, peaceful vibes from Dublin, Ireland. Hey, thank you. Happy Wednesday. W Secret said, Cal, a.k.a. Pink Panther, just go down there and give us the boots on the ground play-by-play. I could. They wouldn't bother me, man. I lived down there for years upon years upon years. I rubbed shoulders with the bad guys. There was no way around it. Zamboanga is the financial hub of the Zamboanga Peninsula. All that around there. Baziland, Holo Salute. They got to come there to do business. And then when you catch that ferry going to Manila or Dumaguete, man, they're there. They're in there. Okay? You can't even say Abu Sayyaf in Zamboanga. You can't even say that name because they're there. They may be standing next to you. But, you know, let's hope that he comes home safely, man. You know, he said, you don't sound very concerned. Who, me? I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's because I know I can't do anything about it. I'm very concerned. I'm just not showing it. Yeah, I'm very concerned. But at the same time, it doesn't happen all the time. We got to let it play out. We got to get out of our heads, Iberville Parish. You all in your head. I've been over here for 15 years. Somebody like you should be concerned because you're fresh and you're new here. You don't know, oh, is this something that's typical? It's not typical. It's not typical. I lived in the belly of the beast, man. Nobody bothered me. And people are going to say, oh, because you're black. No, it's not. You get caught out there in that South Zulu Sea. They don't give a damn what color you are. They've kidnapped Indians who are blacker than me. They don't give a damn. If they can get some money for your ass, they're going to kidnap you. If they can get some headlines or whatever it is. But it's not typical. I just did a video the other day. Go back and watch that. It's no more dangerous over here now than it was before they kidnapped him. You know, that's all I'm saying. I don't know. I see a guy over here now. He wants his 5 minutes of fame. Okay. But I got rid of him. What's up, Dolan May? He said his family in the USA in contact with the woman involved said he is deceased. Well, that's hearsay. Where did you read that? Did you see that on the news? You know, that's all I'm saying, guys. Hold your horses. It'll come out. He said, right, the Grapevine Network. He said, so many women in the fields, and this is who Eastman falls for. That woman wasn't a bad-looking woman. She was young. She was fairly attractive. I mean, he was only 26 years old. That's all I'm saying. You know, we had this discussion the last time. When you over here chasing women, man, you're going to end up anywhere over here. Especially once you get the tune up. Now you sprung. You whipped. They can knock on your door and say, hey, these people, they don't like you over here. They don't want you over here. But she's blowing you good and you ain't going nowhere. But I'm not going to repeat all that stuff. He's deceased and all that. Jay Will said traditional is an illusion. Yeah, we're going to get to that because that's the name of the topic today. What men really mean when they say they want a traditional woman. Because men, you know, we're simple, really. Piece of ass, piece of chicken, piece of man. That's all we want. A 3-piece. And a lot of us that come over here, we're no longer traditional men, but we're looking for a traditional woman. We're modern men, really. We're not talking about raising a family and all that, and raising children and all of that. Are you really going to get a traditional woman? Is that what's over here? Are you going to get somewhere in between a modern woman and a traditional woman is what I got. I can only speak for myself. That's what I got. She was single so long that she escaped those traditional roles. She had to be independent. She had to take care of herself and her family. There was no man around. It was all about her family and her job. So now all of a sudden when I show up, it's going to be hard to put that cat back in the bag. So that's what most of us end up with. But what even is the definition of traditional? It just says a homemaker, old fashioned really, cooking, cleaning, and child care with that religious foundation, basically. That's what we say when we say we want a traditional woman. We want an old fashioned woman in these modern times. Is that even possible with the internet and all of that? And because she's interested in a nuclear family and all of that, are you even prepared for that? Can you handle a traditional woman and all those old-fashioned values? You're living in 2024. Mark Murray said Proverbs 31. Well, you know, what is that? What is that, man? Don't just put Proverbs 31. There's some of us on here that don't read the Bible. What Times the Travel said, traditional woman is Miss Cleaver from Leave It to Beaver. Them days is far gone. Yeah, it's certainly old-fashioned, but we think that's what we're getting when we come in over here. And they'll fool you. They're good actors and actresses. And you'll think you got a traditional woman until you don't have a traditional woman. Okay? He said, 3Ps, yeah, whoop, whoop, yeah, the 3Ps. What's up, Jeffrey Tyler? Thank you. He said, they think tonight we're going to regulate. Yeah, thank you, brother, because, you know, people don't have, you know, a lot to do. They want to waste their time. What's up, Alex Jacobs? When you coming back over here? What's up, Chase? He said, looks aren't everything. Yeah, we didn't even discuss looks yet. But that's one of the things that men expect. That's what they want out of a woman. That physical attraction. But what we really mean, this is just my opinion. I want y'all to contribute today. Tell me what it means to have a traditional woman. What we really want is sex on demand. That's what we want. We want a follower. You know, now, you know, it's time that it's about us now. It's all about us now. We want all the power. We want all the importance. You know, you should be happy that I'm going to pay all the bills. You know, don't worry about me. If I want to hang out with the boys, I'm going to hang out with the boys. Matter of fact, I'm going to come and go as I please. You just be here when I get back. Make sure the house is clean. And then give me a blowjob to boot. See, that's what we really want. You know, we'll come over and say, oh, I want a traditional woman. No, you want somebody you can control. You don't want to be a leader. You want to be a ruler. And I'm just saying, tell me if I'm wrong. We guys, you know, you're not traditional men. We're trying to be modern men. Can a modern man and a traditional woman, can we even coexist? Or is it going to be double standards? He said, QR codes are read by a computer, not a human. He said, I love your bravery. The sex pet prayer, yeah. He said, peace of mind, affection, and good food. What about a piece of ass, man? Okay, what about that, Mark Holman? You're leaving that out. You're leaving sex out, man. Come on, don't sugarcoat it. Peace of mind, affection, and good food. Just say it. But that's what we want. We don't really want a traditional woman to go to church 3 times a week. Wednesday is, you know, prayer meeting. Saturday is choir rehearsal. Then Sunday is services. We don't want that for real when you come over here. Get the thumbs up, guys. You know, we don't want that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, Billy says, it's easy to date multiple ladies in the field. Well, that's what you think, but that's what we really want. We don't want a traditional woman. We want to say, okay, as a matter of fact, we want to stay single. Marriage is not in the plans. Having a live-in partner is about as far as it goes for us. See, that's what I'm saying. And when you got a woman that's okay with that, she's not a traditional woman, because traditional women, marriage is on the front burner. She wants that real nuclear family. You're not going to, you know, because she has that religious foundation and she's conservative, you're not going to see what color my underwear are until you marry me. And they're going to worry you to death about getting married. You don't want that. Most of us are 60, 70, 80. We're not trying to raise children for real. It's hard. Juice says you sound like something they would say. What are you talking about? Come on, talk to me then. He said, personally, I wouldn't want to live like a traditional woman, but other women don't mind it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Sarita, YouTube. A lot of women over here, you think you're getting a traditional woman over here. But most of the women that we're dating from these dating sites, they've been single for a while. They've been independent. They've been taking care of themselves the best they can and their families. So it's, you know, it's about their career. It's about their families. You show up, it's going to be hard to put that cat back in the bag. Yeah, you're right, Sarita. You know, if you got a live-in partner right now and you can get married. See, me, I can't. I don't have a divorce yet. And she's okay with that, then she's not a traditional woman. He said with self-love and control, yeah. And Jacob Johnson says, yeah, just say booty. Right. We know what we expect. You know, we know what we want out of a woman. You know, we want a woman that's going to respect you, that's going to appreciate you, that's going to be a helper, you know, to encourage you when you get down and all of that. We want a helpmate, but we don't want a traditional woman, man. Y'all can't handle a traditional woman. Yeah, that's what we want, Steve. He said traditional could be replaced by obedient. That's what we want. We want a follower. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, lady, okay? You should be happy that I'm paying the bills. Just be happy that I'm giving you a better lifestyle. Now, I'm going to hang out with the boys. I'm going to Bahal or wherever it is, Boracay. You going this time. Just be here when I get back. But give me a blowjob before I leave. That's what we want over here. You know, all these, you know, like the guy said, the sex pet prayer, they come over here talking that talk like that. See? Lying. Because men, we're great liars. We can't tell the truth to save our soul. What's up, Ryan? Come on, Juice, man. What are you talking about? I'm asking a question. Do you want to go back and watch the video, the live stream from the beginning? I'm saying what men are really saying when they say they want a traditional woman. We don't want a traditional woman, in my opinion. You're not even going to get a traditional woman over here more times than not. You're going to get somewhere in between. I'm not saying anything like them. I'm telling you that men are simple. We want a piece of ass, a piece of man, and a piece of chicken. What's wrong with that, Juice? Don't come on here with that stuff, guys. We're trying to have a conversation. What do you mean I'm sounding like them? What am I saying that you're disagreeing with so I can address it? But you coming out here with that soft, sugary shit. You sound like you one of them men going their own way anyway. You're the one who's complaining about paying for a damn date. You might as well stay your ass on over there. Get you a new set of rubber gloves and keep beating yourself to death. He said a sanctified lady. Well, you ain't gonna get that over here. He says, I want a woman to listen and follow me. Yeah. He says, I am the modern man. Secret. I've got a secret classic. Let's see. He said, Rose says, a woman, I think it's time to shut up and start listening to what men actually want. I'm ready to hear the genuine wants and needs of a man. Well, I just told you, Rose. We're simple to maintain. We want sex on demand, a good hot meal, and leave us alone. We don't want that cringy stuff. You know, all that clingy stuff. You know, we don't want all that. We want to cuddle and we want to cuddle. That's what we want. Jeffrey Sheldon says, we fool ourselves of what we want thinking it's shameful. Yeah, speak up, fellas. That's right. You got Juice on here. He thinks I can read his mind. I don't know who he is. I don't even know if it's a woman or not. Or a man or not. Sounds like a damn woman. Well, not all of them. He says, my issue with dating a younger Filipino is she wants marriage and kids. Therefore, maybe I need to date an older woman. No, a lot of these young women, man, I did it. I did a video. I talked about it one time because TJ and his woman came here to visit us and they brought their helper with them. And they were talking about that they don't want to get married. The young girl said they don't want to get married. And so I talked about it because if you see it, it's a lot of young women. They don't want to get married. They just want to have a good time. You know, so trying to find a traditional woman here is getting hard and harder. Are they here? Absolutely. They're everywhere. But it's getting harder and harder. Okay, nah, bruh. He says, men will say they want a traditional woman because they want someone who isn't hooking up with other guys. But then they want the woman to hook up with them. Yes, it's a double standard. Because we're not traditional men, really. I'm sorry. We're trying to be modern men. But can a modern man and a traditional woman coexist? I don't think it can. Because she's going to want to henpeck you. She's going to put your feet to the fire. Look, you the man. You need to be here. We're family. We're going to church 3 times a week. Sunday is family day. And all of that, you know, if you want, we're going to hang out with couples only. You're not hanging out with the boys. If you go on vacation, you're taking the family with you. See, accountability. We don't want that type of accountability now in the fourth quarter. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. If y'all seeing something else or you want something else, put it in the comments. We'll address it. But when we say we want a traditional woman, bullshit, man. You come over here. You want the sex on demand. You want the three-piece. That's what we want over here. And the women have found that out. They said, okay, you want the three-piece? Then I want the money. He says, I need a hybrid woman. That's what we're getting over here. Come on out of here, booby. Come on. Go on in there with everybody else. Where are the kids? Your mother will be back in a minute with the candy. Trying to listen. Ear hustling. Yeah, that's what you're getting over here. That's what I've got.
My head mine.
Huh?
My head mine.
Your head, Dan, shit. That's what I've got. Most of the guys I see, the women that they with now, they were single for a while. So they had to take care of everything. The family, work, everything. It was all on their shoulders. Now you show up. They're not going to just all of a sudden jump back in the bag. Harry Shoulders, he says, because I'm appless, Dylan. I need a woman with a minimum of 50 apps. That's my traditional woman. Save my eyes, relax my brain. I can be happy just following along. It's her time in the ring. I don't know. You got to talk in layman's terms, man. What time's the travel? I said, Cal, I lived that for years. Tuesday prayer, Friday Bible study, yeah. Sunday 3 services. I had to almost beg for Kat because she was too tired from all the running back and forth to church. Yeah, we don't want that, but that's what they say they want. Even the preachers, even Deacon Clap Cheeks that comes over here. There's a plane full of Deacon Clap Cheeks. They claim that's what they want, but they don't want it for real. They know what they want. Because those are the guys who end up coming over here with the freak offs. He said, you want a female robot. That's what they want. Let's just be honest with it. We don't want the responsibilities, the accountability. Not at this stage in our life. We've done all of that. I'm talking about when we come over here because we've done all that at home. We're saying it's about us. It's our time now. We want all the power and all the importance. But you'll get on here and say, hey, Cal, is any traditional women over there? I'm sure it is. Huh? Can you bring me a juice or water, either one? Well, I'm glad she came just in time. Booby was really starting to ear hustle. He says everybody has their own definition, but they all include the booty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it a traditional woman? What is a traditional woman? She's old-fashioned. We're living in 2024. We want an old-fashioned woman until it bores you to death. She's going to bore you to death. You don't want that. A homemaker, cooking, cleaning, and childcare, but they left out fucking. Okay? That's what a traditional woman is. What are you doing? She's, has that religious background. So you want to get me, you got to marry me. You got to make me a respectable woman. You're not going to be, jumping down in me and all of that. In my situation, it's different. I can't get married. And, because my ex won't give me a divorce. She's in the easiest place in the world to get a damn divorce. I'm going to have to get on a plane and go all the way over there. I guess that's her sticking a needle in my eye, I guess. All she has to do is go. I've already said I'm going to pay for it. Just go there. I'm already overseas. It could have been done. But yeah, Michael Beach alike, we all have our own definition, but it all includes the three-piece. He said, bro, you're talking as a carnal man. A man of faith has better priorities. Yeah, that's what y'all say, Mark. But you're saying the damn sex pet prayer on the plane. You know good and well you're going to come over and fucking something, man. Get over here with that foolishness. A man. What did he call himself? A man of faith. Faith ain't never stopped nothing. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. You guys are the worst ones. Hypocrites. Minute think you got hot pants too. Your God gave you a dick that gets hard, hopefully. Then what you gonna do? Oh, you self-righteous clowns, man. That's what I don't like about religion. Y'all too hypocritical. Just wear the thing on your shoulder, man. Just wear it on your sleeve. If you're a Christian, be a Christian. If you're a Muslim, be a Muslim, Mormon, whatever it is. You don't got to come out and wear your shield and let everybody know. That's going to make me run from you. A man of faith. I am an animal. At the end of the day, we're animals, man. What do you think? He said, I just joined. Can I ask why we're talking about? Because that's what we want over here. Joel Jr. Thank you. All right. That's what men think about. We're just not afraid to say what we're thinking on my channel. Y'all run around with, okay, that's what I said. The psychologists say we think about sex all the time. What? They say 6 times a day. That's bullshit. It's more than that. Talking about why we're talking about what we want. We want an old-fashioned woman. Okay, then she's old-fashioned, she's traditional, she's conservative. She's not going to suck your dick. So you don't really want a traditional woman. It's the only place you're going to be able to get Tic Tac says, here's another pocket watcher. He said, views and subs equal money. Get a job, bring back shopping malls and brick and mortar. Okay, you got all the answers. I love the child say, yeah, over 50 is when the invisible man complex begins. Yeah, that's right. But they say they want a traditional woman. They know good and well it's boring. It's boring. Yeah, Blizzard Broad said the 3 pieces, the bare minimum. That's it. I'm just saying, though, if you want to keep a man happy, if you just do that, you know, hell, you're going to get your foot in the door. But we running around thinking, all we got to do, just be quiet. You should be happy I'm paying all the bills. I don't want to hear about your troubles and your problems. You know, take it to Jesus. I don't want to hear it. This is what we're thinking, guys. You know, we don't want to hear that. We don't have emotional, what did they say? That's one reason why women file for divorce for men. This is the reason why they file for divorce more. We have no emotional, did they say competence? Yeah. We don't have it. We're void of that. We're like robots. Hey, Confident Boy Speaks. Thanks for that super chat. He said, good one, Cal. Deacon Clap Cheeks. Yeah, I think I got that from Jeffrey Tatter, if I'm not mistaken. But it's true. The Philippines is full of Deacon Clap Cheeks. Guys like Mark Murray come on here talking about a man of faith. As soon as you get off that plane, you drop in your damn drawers. A man of faith. He said, Rose said, believe it or not, there's a few women out there that are very traditional. It's hard out here, such women, because the world hates what we stand for. No, I said there's traditional women here, but they're getting harder and harder to find, especially on the dating site, Rose, simply because they've been single for quite a long time. Merlin was single for 3 years before I came along. So for 3 years, she was everything. She had to throw that traditional stuff out the window.
My mama buy me.
Okay, good. So now, because I show up, she's going to get rid of that? No. See, that's what I had a problem with at first. And I was like, I said, you know, you too damn independent. You know, either I'm going to be the president and you be the vice president, we're going to have a problem. But as I got to know her and got to understand her and what she's dealing with, see, because that's what we have to do, man. We got to get to know these women. You know, I was able to, you know, just say, okay, I see where you're coming from. But it's not about what you stand for. We respect women. I'm just saying, when guys say they want a traditional woman over here, do you really want a traditional woman? Do you even know what you're getting into? If you've never had a traditional woman, why do you want one? Who told you what a traditional woman is? And why is that such a good thing in 2024? Hell, I just want a faithful woman. I want somebody I can trust. Somebody that's loyal. She don't gotta be traditional. I know how to cook my damn self. Like I said, give me the 3-piece. And here's another one, stronger vessel. Oh, the road is broad that leads to destruction. You don't understand men of faith that want a traditional woman. I'm not trying to understand either. Okay? Because y'all the worst ones. Okay? I live with a man of faith. I grew up with one. No. He said Big Bro Cal was referring to you saying we're living in 2024 and expecting traditional relationship is not truly what men want, and saying, can we even handle a traditional woman? Yeah, because I'm telling you the truth. I'm coming from the point of men are always, why do you think men come to the Philippines, Jews, first of all? They want a traditional woman. That's why they come here. Who have you been talking to? Or do you even talk to any other men? It's all over the internet. That's why they come to the Philippines. They want a traditional woman. And I'm saying, can you handle a traditional woman? You being a modern man, you want to come and go as you please. Can you handle a traditional woman? I mean, the accountability, the responsibility. Do you want to be stuck in the house all day long, going to church all week long? The man said he was going Tuesday, Friday, and 3 times on Sunday. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about literally, can I handle a traditional woman? We think that all we have to do today is put the D down and pay the bills. And that's enough. Well, that's not going to get it with the traditional woman. It's Sunday. We're going to stay in church half the day. The other half is family day. And Jeffrey Child said rubber gloves. Yeah. You know, these guys are talking crazy, talking about men of faith and all that. I'm going my own way. Men, they get off the plane over here, they fucking something. Let's just be honest. Okay, that's why they say the sex pet prayer. Y'all act like I don't know these deacon clap cheeks over here. It's full of them over here. They screw the girl on and get her pregnant. Then they marry her because they're guilty now. They feel like hypocrites when they get down and pray. Oh, God, no, I'm falling short of your son Jesus. What, I haven't had a blowjob in 10 years. Amen. They know that they've done some immoral shit over here. So they marry her to cover up all that stuff. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. But then they get on here talking about a man of faith. That man of faith ain't no better than nobody else. It's men of faith that are creating a genocide over there in the Gaza Strip. Those are men of faith. Okay? At least the Russians don't believe in that stuff, and they dropping bombs on Ukraine. It doesn't make it any better. But they're doing the same thing the men of faith are doing. And these are men of no faith. I can't tell them the difference. I can't tell the difference anymore. Brian Nichols says, I don't want to beat myself to death. Yeah, but that's what a lot of guys are doing. Yeah, we are real simple, Thomas. Okay? We expect a woman to appreciate us. Look, all my hard work and sacrifice, just appreciate it. But when you come over here, you're not going to know if she's appreciating you or not because you don't know the culture. In her culture, her actions may say she's appreciating you. In your culture, you're saying, well, she's not appreciating me enough. You should be happy and all this, okay? Of course, we want respect. I'm the man of the house. We want respect. We want a woman we can trust. Somebody's going to encourage us, you know. I'm not inspired all the time. You know my job is hard. Encourage me. Sex. We want sex. Men of faith. Okay? I'm sorry. But to be honest, we don't want to be leaders when we come here. We want to be rulers. We want to control women here. But y'all afraid to say it. You're afraid to say what you want. You want a woman there when you want her there. You can rip and run all you want. But she better be there when you get there. Ready, willing, and able. He says, I want a good cook, no drama, listen, sweet and loyal. Yeah, I mean, but if the women like that even exist with all that? And then what are you bringing to the table? Beach of Life says lots of traditional and religious types here. Just be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that what you really want? Because a lot of men, we're coming from the West, unless you live way back, unless you're really old, and you lived in the 60s, the 50s, the 60s, you know, early 70s, man, them traditional women's out the window. I've never had a traditional woman. So for me to come over here and say I want one, man, I'm going into it blind. I don't know what I'm going to get. Surely it couldn't be worse than what I left, begging and pleading, you know, from some affection, for some intimacy, you know, for something that I deserved. I'm your husband. I shouldn't have to beg you for it. I just wanted something that wasn't that when I came here. But to be in church all day and all that, no, I don't want that. I don't want that, you know, conservative, you know, missionary position and all that. And, you know, God said don't do this. God said don't eat that and all of that. No, I don't want all of that. Sometimes, you know, we need a peace of mind. That's the third piece. Peace of mind. Leave me alone sometimes. I need some alone time. I don't want you hanging all over me. Take the kids and go shopping somewhere. Let me stay here by myself. What are you doing? What y'all doing out there? Hey, Retired 2019, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, my friend, is a good woman, but she's struggling financially, and I'm retired. He said, Cal, my friend, is a good woman, but she's struggling financially, and I'm retired. Yeah, so you're helping her, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Especially if she's a friend, a real friend. I love LaChon. He says, I can't speak for any other YouTuber. He said YouTuber P. calls his bikini-clad YouTuber wife traditional. Yeah, and like Michael Beach of Life said, we all have our own definition, but it all includes booty. He said Filipinos get tired of a hard life too. Yeah, but what's that got to do with anything? Yeah, he says, I think you get married to have children. He says, if not, then why get married? I know men, as we get older, we really don't want marriage. You know, it's better to just be a live-in partner in a committed relationship, because raising children, I'm telling you from experience, man. You know, I love Booby to death. She's my everything. The reason I'm on YouTube, the reason I do everything I do. But sometimes it's hard, man, dealing with a 4-year-old at 61. I just don't have the patience I used to have. Okay? And a lot of men really don't want that. But a lot of men get married because the woman says, okay, if you want to get in between these legs, you got to marry me. So that's what they do. I was just programmed that way to get married. You don't have anything to gain by getting married at 65 that you couldn't have in a committed relationship. I'm telling you. Okay? Now, if you serve a God that's going to punish you for that, then he shouldn't have gave me a dick that gets hard and continues to get hard. Okay? And a magnificent brain to use. Okay? And beautiful women walking around here wanting to give me what I want. He says, how much does a 3-piece cost? How much you got? Okay, how much you got? Some have more than others. For some people, it's going to cost you more. But that's the least we expect. He says, so people's needs change as men get older. I think they do. Blizzard Abroad says, you want a traditional woman until she says no sex to marriage. Yeah. Proper courting, chaperone on dates, etc. Thank you, man, for breaking this down. For saying what I can't say, what I don't have over here. But we don't really know what a traditional woman is, Blizzard Abroad. We don't have any experience with traditional women. Just because a woman goes to church doesn't make her traditional. And this is the problem over in America. We think because we got a woman that's a member of the choir and the, you know, the motherboard and all of that, she's traditional. No, those are the worst kind. Getting their backs blown out by the preacher or Deacon Clapcheeks. But we don't really know what a traditional woman is. So then you get over, you say, I want a traditional woman, and she's going to bore you half to death. And he's like, I want a party. You know, I don't want to sit around all the time. Kevin Hill says that, Calvin, your definition of a modern man, he said, born in 65, so nothing modern about me. I was a soldier, so I adapt to my environment. Well, I'm just saying, everybody has their own definition of a modern man, Kevin Hill. What I'm talking about is, men are independent. We're simple. We want to play by our own rules. We want to come and go when we please. We want the woman to be there, ready, willing, and waiting when we want sex. Okay, we want a hot meal. That's about all we really need. But as far as going to church 3 times on Sunday, Tuesday prayer meeting, you know, Friday Bible study, you don't want all that. Some people don't want to get married. It's okay to be in a committed relationship. I'm just saying that men will tell you that's what they want, but when they get over here, they doing something different. They settling for something different. They're not even getting traditional women. There's very few traditional women that are on those dating sites anymore. Everybody's definition is different, man, But if you think you're getting a traditional woman and y'all screwing on the first night that you get over here, there's nothing traditional about that. You're going to get somebody in between. You're going to get a good woman who's loyal, who's honest, who's trustworthy, okay, who's going to be by your side. But at the same time, she wants to be independent too. She may want a job. She may want her own because they've been doing it long before they met you. Roger Marine said, just like you, I would never get married and I would never bring a woman back to America. The only way I would build a house in the Philippines is if I get a Filipino pregnant. Well, what does that have to do with, so you don't want a traditional woman then, right? He says, get a Filipino on the panel to tell us about courting. You think they're really going to give you the real story, Harry Shoulders? You've seen all the Filipino women I've had on my panel. They're all westernized already. There is no courting when they're on that dating site. Okay? There's no courting. That'd be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And I'm not going to bring a woman on here so you wolves can, tear her to pieces. There's other channels for that. Courting. I can tell you what courting is. There's going to be 2 or 3 other guys courting her. You got to basically win her over. Sort of like what we do. You're going to bring food to the house, meet the parents. You keep doing that until she answers you. In the province, they even go further. The men will come by and play the guitar. It's all about putting your foot forward with no guarantee that the woman's even gonna answer you and accept your, proposal, I guess, whatever it is. Link 111 said, Calvin, when sex robots hit the scene from Japan, will this change everything? He says, yes, Calvin, they are in production because the Japanese saw this coming 20 years back, and here we are at this point. Now, I don't want a robot. I still want a warm body. I still want somebody I can talk to. It's not just about sex. If it's all about sex, then that's it. That's an empty life to me. Okay, she doesn't have to be traditional to be somebody I can talk to and enjoy being around and all of that. She can still be independent and all that. But I don't want a robot. I don't want nothing unnatural like that unless I'm doing life in prison without parole and they letting us buy robots in prison. That's the only way I'd want a robot. Anybody that's trying to convince you that that's okay is weird as hell. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion. Well, I like going to bed with a robot. They tried to reproduce that vagina, man. They're not going to be able to do it. I'm sorry. Okay? That's thousands, millions of years of evolution going into that thing. And they ain't going to do it in 20 years. So if that's what you want, I'd rather just, beat yourself to death. It's save you a whole lot more money. And you can dream about the woman that you're beating. Okay? What's up, Brandon Rayford? He says, Blizzard Bra says, Harry Shoulders, if that's what you truly want, does it matter? He said, Deacon clap cheeks. Yeah, that's true, On Sunday, they wearing their deacon badge. Many churches over, they throw that thing in the garbage. over here, you know, doing something immoral. You know, probably got Jimmy Swaggart playing on TV while they screwing the woman. He says, my way or the highway. Yeah, that's true. That's what we want. Yeah, thank you, Ron Ross. He said, hurry, you're past the courting stage. Yeah, by the time she answers you, you're probably dead. And then who's to know that that's not a scam? You know, there's some Filipinos blowing her back out while you keep bringing her flowers and candy. And buy a motorcycle and all that stuff, trying to get closer to her. And she's already got somebody else doing the manly work that you could be doing. He said, maybe an old-fashioned lady from Samoa. Yeah, that's what we want, an old-fashioned woman in modern times. You're going to be bored to death. Okay, somebody put their definition of a traditional woman down here. What is your definition? Because we all got one. I don't want a traditional woman. I just want a woman, number one, I can trust, who's loyal, who's not sleeping around and all that stuff. If she tells me she's going to do something, she does it. She doesn't have to be dependent on me 100%. I've got a woman who's somewhere in between a modern woman and a traditional woman. She had to be, because she was single for some years where she had to do everything. She was responsible for everything. So just because I showed up, she was going to push all that to the side and forget all about that. No, it wasn't. And that was one of the problems we had in the beginning. You know, she wanted to be the man because she was the man. She was the head of the house for all those years. And I had to respect that. I had to back up and be like, okay, I see where she's coming from. I just got to let that work its way out. And it did. But I want a woman who has her own life. I don't want some woman clinging around me all the time. Everywhere I go, she's on my shoulder and all that. That's a traditional woman. You know, you guys can't handle the accountability and the responsibility of living with a traditional woman. She's going to hold your feet to the fire. If you're going to Baraka, you're going to take the family with you. If we're going out with the couples or with the other families. We're trying to be honest. It's too much of that lying and shit going on over here, man, when it's not even necessary. Everybody knows why you coming over here. You only lying to yourself. He says, I'm looking for a traditional freak off. And you're probably going to find that a whole lot easier than trying to find a traditional woman, especially on the dating site. Because that's where we're getting the women, from the dating site. Just Christian said traditional doesn't have anything to do with a woman having a job. Women have always had jobs. Who do you think was doing the gathering during the hunting gathering days? Okay, I didn't say that. I'm saying the definition of a traditional woman as most Western men see it. She's old-fashioned, just Christian. She's a homemaker, cooking, cleaning, childcare, fucking, okay? Something that you religious people like to do, but you don't want to talk about it. She has that religious foundation. They're conservative. She's all concerned about marriage and the nuclear family. If you come over here at 70 years old and you want a traditional woman, good luck. He said he likes them clingy. It's a turn on for me. Okay. Thomas says the definition of a traditional, wait, what's he saying? Sorry, Thomas, I lost that. He said, well, good morning from Indonesia. What's up, Kamal? I done lost it. Marcus Garvey said Eastman has been found. He's okay. Well, I'm not going to run with that. Show us, put us a link in here so we can do it. And if it is, that would be great. I mean, he's going to be the most famous YouTuber. He's going to be up there with Mr. Beast. His Facebook done blew up. His YouTube done blew up. Everybody's going to watch him. Hell, the rest of us might as well just take a seat somewhere, because they're going to be hanging on his every word. He said, do you want Rosie the Robot or Big Shirley? Big Shirley. Give me Big Shirley. Because like I said, that vagina has evolved over hundreds of thousands of years. They've tried, if they could create a better vagina, they'd have created it by now. They can't do it. The only thing that comes anywhere near that is rosy palms. Is this right here. Everybody knows that. If you could put your hand in that position, that's the second best thing to a vagina. Other than that, spending $7,000 and $10,000 on a robot, you're a damn fool. He said the difference is mind-blowing. You don't hear about Thai women arguing or debating with Western women on YouTube about us men. Thai women know where their man is at. He's right next to me. Yeah, but a lot of that stuff, you got to understand that that's staged. That's scripted. Filipinos aren't doing that. Do you think a Filipino is going to sit there and argue with a black woman? You don't know Filipino women. They're very conservative like that. They're very reserved. They don't do that kind of stuff. That's for clicks and views on YouTube. Yeah, they're not going to do that, man. What? Come on. Oh, that's a show. Okay? He says, I don't need the after service donuts and juice. I've sinned against you, Lord. Yeah, Jimmy Swaggart. They got Jimmy Swaggart playing in the background. They want to feel better about themselves. That's why they came up with the sex pet prayer. Knowing they're no different than anybody else. It's a bunch of self-righteous hypocrites. I see them over here. They're all into the Lord until the woman drops her pants. Then it's, oh Lord. I'm falling short of the glory of your son, Jesus. But I need to blow her back out. I ain't had sex in 15 years. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. That's what you guys are talking about. I'm just going to, just this one time, Lord. And you know I'm a faithful servant. Just this one time. Let me blow her back out. Let me get a blowjob. And then please forgive me. They won't, what did that guy call it? Premeditated forgiveness. That's what they want, premeditated forgiveness. He said the cultures are so much different. They are between Thai women and Pinay women, but not when it comes to that. A Filipino woman is not going to argue with these Western women that you see on YouTube. That's scripted, or it's a reaction. And the Filipino reacting has a YouTube channel. It's a show, man. They're not going to do that. Do you think Filipino women are going to push up on a black woman? You don't know Filipino women, and you certainly don't know black women. That'll be a whooping that she would never want. She wouldn't even pray for that. Okay? But remember, it's all on the internet now. They're allowed to say anything 8,000 miles away, but it's not true. They're not like that. Filipino women very conservative. They're very reserved. Now, will they? I'm gonna tell you something about Filipino women. A guy was just here to see me, and he was seeing several women. Well, the one woman he brought with him to my place, she went through his phone and saw where he was communicating with another woman. He had already saw her before she was with him. But guess what? These two women started talking to each other. The one he was with had pity for the one that he left behind. That's the Filipino women I know. Mike Dawsonville, what's up? He said, if you're not a traditional man yourself, it would be hard to appreciate a traditional woman also. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. If you're a so-called modern man, can you coexist with a traditional woman? I say no, because she's going to henpeck the shit out of you. And you're not going to want that. Where are you going? Where you been? Where are you at? That's going to drive you crazy. Only the missionary position in the bed. Okay, you got kids sleeping with you. You can only do it on the weekends now, at night, or whatever it is. It's going to drive you crazy. But some guys are so desperate that they'll take that. They'll settle for that. That's what I'm seeing over here too. A lot of these men, I'm thinking like, dude, you're 75. Why in the world would you get married? What is it in it? What's in it for you? When this woman's going to live with you no matter what, why marry her? Kevin says, I have my tradition. She hopefully has hers. Can we blend those traditions together? He said, woman on my shoulders. Yeah. Definitely of a traditional woman, Joan Cleaver, he says. That's what we're thinking about. When you get home, she's going to be at the stove cooking, man. A lot of women, man, I don't know. Some women will, but a lot of these women, like Rose said, I don't want to be a traditional woman. You know, I take care of my man, but I'm not all right with that. He said infrastructure. Yeah, right. I don't believe a lot of people come over here for the infrastructure anyway. And let me say this. If you see the best that the Philippines has to offer, you won't even argue about infrastructure. You know what men are really saying when they say that. First of all, they've never been to all of Thailand. Some guy says, oh, Thailand and South Africa, their infrastructure is a lot better, right? Well, you haven't been all around South Africa. You haven't been all around Thailand. What they're saying is there's more modern stuff in these places. Okay, because I'm not trying to build an atomic bomb. But if you go to places like IT Park, BGC, Makati, and different places like that, several places in Manila like that, and you look around, you're like, well, how much better do I need the infrastructure to be? They got, you flew in here, by the way. That's infrastructure. Okay, you flew in here. What more do I want? That's all I'm saying. You know, you can argue that stuff all day long. If I was worried about infrastructure, I'd have stayed at home in America. They've got a pretty damn good infrastructure there, I would say. Libraries, everything that I love. If I was worried about infrastructure, but people just love to argue. Don't you know that Americans, we love to argue. Let me put that because I don't know about anybody else. Remember I made the video the other day, the FBI joins the hunt for, the kidnapped American. People in my comments arguing about whether that was the FBI or not. I'm like, man, y'all got far too much time on your hands. But we love to argue. I didn't come over here for the infrastructure. K-Town says, sorry off the subject, but are y'all still being affected by Hurricane Christine in this area. We are high winds, electricity's going off and on, a lot of rain. We're not in the eye of it though, right where I am. But it is high winds. The fence across the street is down. But they're having the most trouble up in Luzon with all the flooding and a lot of roads closed, people dying, people being displaced, man. It's really bad. And that's only the beginning, K-Town. We're in La Nina. It's getting ready to get ugly. Uglier. But my thoughts go out to those people, man. You know, and people always, you know, it's insensitive to talk about infrastructure over here when you don't know what you're talking about. This is the most disaster-prone country on the planet. We're still on planet Earth. It's just where this is, you're getting natural disaster after natural disaster. They clean up from one, here comes another. How in the world would it be possible to maintain a pristine infrastructure that you guys expect? Y'all missing something. Because a lot of men aren't coming to places like the Philippines for the infrastructure. I'm coming, number one, for the real freedom and peace of mind over here that I can't get at home. The women are icing on the cake, man. The Philippines is the cake. The women are the icing. I don't have to run from the police over here. When the one time the police chased me down, they wanted my autograph. Really, not an autograph, but to take a picture with me. Okay, they actually protect and serve me over here. That's what I want. That's what I came here for. When I figured out all this was over here for me, man, I can deal with the infrastructure they've got over here, man. I mean, I don't get it. You know, you guys are crazy. He says, modern women are traditional women. He said, you can't get a woman to cook, clean, and respect you without money. Our grandpappy had money. He had enough money to support a family of 5, buy a house and car. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're going to get a mix of that here. I don't think men really want a 100% traditional woman. Do you want a Christian woman? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Do you want a Muslim woman? There's nothing wrong with that. Just say that then. But you're talking about traditional woman in 2024, man, to drive you crazy. You couldn't handle it. He said, my mom raised 8. My mother raised 9. What's up? Brexit to the exit? He said, find a traditional woman, you might bite more than you can chew, brother. Say that again, Michael. It's like what Blizzard Abroad said. But this is what we're really saying. We want a woman that we can control. I'm going to rip and run and go in and do anything I want to do. You stay your ass here. When I get home, make sure the food is ready. When I get out of the shower, you better be already got out of the shower and be ready. Be naked in the bed. And leave me alone after that. After I get through blowing your back out, go over to your mother's house. Take the kids with you. You know, that's what we're thinking in our mind. When, you know, talking about a traditional woman. You don't want to be a leader. You want to be a ruler. I got all the power. I got all the importance. Just sit down. You ought to be happy I'm paying all the bills and giving you a better life. See, this is what we're thinking. But we're not going to say it out loud. We're going to lie like we always do. These guys over here, you think they're Christians for real and all that and all moral and all that. You don't have to be a decent human being. Then you got another thing coming, man. You more naive than I thought you was. He said, Barakai, the hell with that, man. Barakai is nice, man. I don't know the last time you've been here. What's up, Hal Funk Bass? He said, reminds me of Woody Allen's Sleeper movie with the orgasm nation. Wow.
Jackson.
That's who, you and Michael Jackson. Booby likes Michael Jackson now. I introduced her to Michael Jackson last night. And I forgot that, believe it or not, our 10-year-old daughter here, she didn't even know who Michael Jackson was. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, because Michael Jackson was dead, but I'm like, damn. But yeah, they don't even know who Michael Jackson is. What's up, darling May? What's up, Kamal? He said, Filipino would loud talk you.
Me and Michael Jackson.
He said, I don't want any woman to be my servant, but I do want a clean, organized house. Yeah, I want that too. But we want an old-fashioned woman in modern times. Well, good luck finding that over here with the internet and all that. And, the coconut grapevine. Bye. Did you get them some candy and stuff? Yeah, good luck with that. The cat's out of the bag. They may do all of that in the beginning. Okay, Marilyn used to give me a massage every night in the beginning. Hell, I can't get her to touch my back now. It's like my back is kryptonite.
And
you know I'm telling the truth?
Yeah, I know, but do you think it's every night we're not coming out that you buy so hard?
Confident Voice Speaks says the armchair bros got this damn YouTube thing on lock, bro. Having people believe that Thai women are arguing with black women. Yeah. They know good and damn well you ain't messing with no black woman, man. And Filipino women is actually arguing with black women. Right. In your dreams. It's not happening, man. They'll get a beat down that they never dreamed of having. They don't want anything. They don't want nothing to do with Big Shirley. They better leave Big Shirley alone over there. If she wants to talk about Western men, let her talk about Western men. These little Filipinos and Thai women know good and damn well they ain't going to stand up to Big Shirley. Beat up from the feet up. He said the traditional woman works for you instead of a boss. Being a stay-at-home mother still work. Yeah, it is. We never said that. We're saying that men come over here just Christian all the time. See, I'm different from y'all. I talk to hundreds of men all the time, man. And they want a traditional woman. That's why they come to the Philippines. They say, I want an innocent woman. I want a naive woman. It's what they thinking. And I'm like, are you sure that's what you want? Have you ever had that type of woman before? Do you realize what you're getting yourself into? Because you see a lot of traditional roles over here. A lot of the couples, the Filipino couples that I know over here, they've been married for years, man. And she's used to that traditional role. And they'll henpeck the hell out of you. More than what's going on over there. Where you going? Where you at? Where you been? What time you coming back? What time you leaving? You didn't call me. I called you 5 minutes ago. It's been 5 minutes. You should have called me. Where are you? Let me see your surroundings. Y'all don't know what y'all dealing with over here, man. But I be trying to help y'all. You're not listening. He said, man, he got shot with a M16 and no ransom. He dead 9 times out of 10. Well, the guy said he was alive and it's okay. But, you know, this guy on her, Marcus Garvey, he's, I don't know, halfway between a troll or what.
He's one of the abductor.
Yeah, he might be one of the abductors, Marilyn said. So he knows. Hey, thank you, Laura. She said oppression created by religion creates insanity. Yeah. If you think a woman is going to live by those old and antiquated ways of the Bible, man, you're crazy. They've tried it. It don't work. Trust me, religious people get divorced too. The staunchest religious people get divorced. Trying to go by that Bible. Some guy came on here, Proverbs 31. Well, what's that mean, man? There's some people on here like me, I don't read the Bible. What does that mean? Yeah, Jacob Chanje said, Dennis, Jesus help me. Yeah. You know, he gets over here, Lord, you know, them Christian guys. Then when she drops him down draws, oh, Lord. You know, then he starts praying again. Then when he done released himself, all them years of frustration to come out, now he's back to being Jimmy Swaggart, preaching to me and everybody else, man. Get over here with that stuff, man. You guys ain't no less carnal than any other man. Worse, really. Oh, okay, you're in Palawan. You said it's raining down there. It was so chilly the other day that my mother-in-law had on a damn jacket. They say it's bug now. Bug now means cold. He said, the beach of life, have you been to Singapore? Apparently not. He says, if you're saying, what? 3F. The hot ones go to the countries they're going to make the most money. It's a vanity thing. Well, the hell, Merlin worked in Singapore. She wasn't getting any more money over there. If that's what you're talking about. He said, I'm a Catholic, but not religious. Yeah. He's laughing. Black Empath 89. He says, I'll put a C note on Big Shirley for the knockout, in the first round. It's all scripted, guys. The first time I saw that, and, you know, the Filipinos, you know, slap down Western women over, you know, Western men. If y'all don't want them, we'll take them and all that, man. You better be quiet. Big Shirley reached them big-ass arms across here and slapped the shit out of you. He said, Kurt Angle looking. He said, assault rifle 3,500, big ugly wound, you bleeding out. You know, I'm not even going to speculate, man. I'm just going to wait around. I let everybody else make all them videos and stuff. I made one when I found out he was kidnapped. Michael Beach Your Life sent me the link. And then when I found out the FBI was in there. But now it's like, okay, it's a waiting game, man. Let the police and the government do their job, man. They're better at catching criminals over here than we are. Because Filipino people would tell on you, man. Try it and see if I'm lying. That Airbnb that you with, you know, the guy was on here talking about it's easier to date multiple women over here. You think so? Bring a different woman to your condo that them security guards in the lobby is used to seeing. They're going to tell on your ass in their language. It's happened to me before. Woman breaking down crying. I'm like, lady, this before you even met me. You know, she tell me everything I did at the resort the last time I was there. Because the people I'm sitting there buying from on the beach, you know, buying the little things that they got, giving them a tip. They're telling her, hey, he was just here 2 months ago with another woman. And this and that, and that and this. He said, we know the wrath of Big Shirley. They grew up with it. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. They don't want no parts of Big Shirley. If y'all can't see through that stuff, that it's all scripted, then shame on you. The Filipinos and Thai women are not going to be arguing with black women, man. Yeah, they might do it because they're 8,000 miles away. He said, question to chat attendees. Is it safe to visit China? Is it safe to visit China, anybody? Remember when we were talking about travel advisories and Angelo Habib said, well, they need to have one for the U.S. and parts of Canada. I said, on Asians in America, remember that? When a lot of them Asians were getting assaulted and beat up and some killed, these countries over here had travel advisories for America. They said, don't go to America. Another brown out, man, but I've got data, so I'm still on here. No, it's back on though. It's back on. It went off and came on. Yeah, just missed Al Rogan. Hey, James and Arcely said, hey, brother, that's James right there. Remember James that I interviewed him and his wife? He's 62. How old are you, James? 62? His wife is 20. Remember I told you that Americans, we love to argue. They're going to argue about how old the woman is. And I'm like, the woman's 20. She said she's 20. Why are you worried about that? I mean, that's nothing to argue about. But I think y'all got a channel, right, James? Do y'all got a channel now? And I respect that. But yeah, that's James and Arcely. I think they're jealous, James, that you got a 20-year-old wife. He said, Big Shirley with the lunch lady arms. Yeah, man, big ass arms. He said, 3 different Big Shirleys kicked my ass. They don't want no parts of Big Shirley, man. He said, Cal, I'm at the gym. Big Shirley trying to ask me out. Can we go to Wingstop after the gym? I told her I have work in the morning. Say 300 pounds. I can't do it. Yeah, they're aggressive over there. Now imagine a big 300-pound wing-eating woman with all that old fake hair and nails and everything going up against a little 4'11", 100-pound Filipino soaking wet. He'll snatch all her damn hair off and put it on her head. Them Filipinos, they don't want anything to do with black women, man. Okay, James 63. So you had a birthday. But yeah, that's James, the same James. He said, everyone visits China. The people seem hospitable. Don't mess with government. Jeffrey Chatter says, I'm in Japan, but I haven't heard anything officially bad about China. Well, China treats their people a whole lot, their neighbors, a whole lot more candor than Americans. See, that's all propaganda. China hasn't been to war with their neighbors since the 70s. Around damn Vietnam when we were just getting out of there. It's Americans, it's the stuff we do. We're hypocrites, man. We do all that stuff. We're sanctioning that genocide over there that's going on. That apartheid over there. And you say, no, it's not, Cal. Yeah, we sanctioned the apartheid in South Africa. History matters, guys. You better go back and do your history. Y'all don't understand. I left America when Trump was the president. And if he's elected this time, I won't be going back during his time in office. Because I don't like Trump. I don't like what he represents. The only good thing Trump did was he brought the racists out of the woodwork. So you can see them better. Because the Democrats, they'll stab you in the back when you're not looking. Because my mother told us when we was young, it's better to deal with people when you know where they're coming from. That's the best thing Trump did. But other than that, I left when he was president. I will not step foot back in America if he's elected in 16 days or whatever it is. Fuck Trump. Now, lock me up for that. Hey, Robert Sanford, what's up, brother? Congratulations. I know you're getting ready to be a father again. Thanks for that super chat. Said people here talking about they want to kill Filipinos just because of what happened. That's why I want to leave, because of the stupidity. Well, that's America for you. Then they're not going to get on a plane and come over here, but they'll try to take it out on innocent Filipinos over there. Well, we don't want that exchange because we're sitting ducks over here. At least Filipinos over there can own guns and weapons. We can't own shit over here. But no, that's not the way, but that's the American way over there. That's how they did those Asians, you know, when they put out there that, oh yeah, they're the reason for COVID. Now they start attacking anybody Asian, because we don't travel over there, so we don't know the difference between a Filipino and a Chinese over there. That's how stupid we are. We dumbed down as hell. Oh, he says he's working on videos. Oh, okay. He said, greetings, everyone. Enjoying dried squid from the province. He said, correct. A lot of jealous and closed-minded folks. Well, let them be closed-minded, James. You know, they're living over there in the Matrix. They're stewing in it. They're just mad that they don't got a 20-year-old woman that's going to rub them down every night. And I didn't miss that part where you said, yeah, she's affectionate in the morning. See, I read through that. I can read between the lines because I've been there and done that. Yeah, they real affectionate in the morning. Just when I like it. Blizzard Broad says, shout out to James. I was trying to stick up for him. A lot of haters. Yeah, man. It's just pure hate and jealousy. The man's over here minding his own business. By the way, the woman's grown. She's 18, is grown over here. Okay. He said, you better watch out what color clothing you have on too. Yeah. All the foolishness over there. He said, an Asian